So today we are going to dig deep in the history and go back 105 years from today, to be exact, and talk about the World War I or the Great War and its causes and casualties. I hope you will like the information. World War I was the first war that included so many countries and had impact on almost the whole world. Let's start with the basics. World War I or First World War, often abbreviated as World War I, was one of the deadliest global conflicts in history. It was fought between two world group or coalitions who were the Allies and the Central Powers. The main members of the Allied powers were France, Russia, and Britain. The United States also fought on the side of the Allies after 1917. The main members of the Central Powers were Germany, Austria-Hungary, the Ottoman Empire, and Bulgaria. Fighting took place throughout Europe, the Middle East, Africa, the Pacific, and parts of Asia, especially East Asia. An estimated 9 million soldiers were killed in combat, plus another 23 million wounded. The first decade of the 20th century saw increasing diplomatic tension between the European great powers. This reached a breaking point on 28 June 1914, when a Serbian man named Gavrilo Princip assassinated Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne in Bosnia. Let's understand why Archduke Franz Ferdinand was killed. Franz Ferdinand was the eldest son of Archduke Karl Ludwig of Austria, the younger brother of Emperor Franz Joseph I of Austria. Following the death of Crown Prince Rudolf, who was the son of Emperor Joseph in 1889, and the death of Karl Ludwig, who was emperor's brother, in 1896, Franz Ferdinand became the heir presumptive to the Austro-Hungarian throne, and he was the only heir. When he was assassinated in Serbia, the emperor had no heir left and decided to take revenge by attacking his neighboring country, the Kingdom of Serbia, but this move risked the entry of Russia, who was Serbia's closest ally. This move is considered as the main cause of World War I. The war started within a month of assassination, and the countries who had agreements with each other participated in their respective roles. The main agreements were the Triple Alliance, which binds Austro-Hungarian Empire, German Empire and Italian militaries in case of war, but Italy decided to join Allies powers instead of Central Powers in 1915. Some months later in war, the Ottoman Empire decided to join Germany by entering an agreement to fight together against the Allies. The agreement between the Allies was the Triple Entente, which consisted of three powerful nations, Great Britain, France, and Russia, created for the purpose of mutual protection. The Kingdom of Bulgaria also participated in World War I on the side of the Central Powers from 14 October 1915, when the country declared war on Serbia, until 30 September 1918, when the Armistice of Salonika came into effect. It was a treaty of ceasefire between Allied powers and the Kingdom of Bulgaria. Finally, the war ended in 1918 after intervention by the United States of America, which resulted in Allies' victory and led to the decline of all the empires of Central Powers. The famous leaders of Allied powers were King George V, the King of the Great Britain, David Lloyd George, who was the Prime Minister of the Great Britain, Tsar Nicholas II of Russian Empire, and later Vladimir Lenin after the Tsar's abdication, which means renouncement or sacrifice, in 1917. French Minister of War and later Prime Minister from 1917 Georges Clemenceau. Woodrow Wilson, the President of the United States of America and the first General of the Armies of the USA, John Pershing, who led American Expeditionary Forces AEF, in Europe. The Central Powers had leaders like Mehmed V, the second last Sultan of the Ottoman Empire. Kaiser Wilhelm II, the last German emperor until his abdication in 1918, and Emperor Franz Joseph I of Austro-Hungarian Empire. Thank you for watching.